10,000 Spartans faced 2 million Persians. In an era defined by conquest, ambition, and rising empires, the Persian Empire stretched its borders across vast lands. From the mountains of Anatolia to the heart of Egypt, Persia consumed every kingdom that stood in its way. And yet, one group refused to kneel: the fiercely independent Greek city-states. Among them, none inspired more fear or admiration than the Spartans. Known for their unstoppable discipline, brutal training, and unbreakable code of honor, they understood that freedom was worth more than life itself. So when the Persian king Xerxes marched his colossal army toward Greece, the Spartans answered. To the outside world, it seemed like madness, a tiny force, barely a whisper compared to the roaring millions of Persia. But to Sparta, numbers meant nothing. Every Spartan was trained from childhood to fight without fear. Defeat was disgrace, surrender was unthinkable, and death in battle was the highest honor a warrior could achieve. Thermopylae, the hot gates, was where they would make their stand. A narrow mountain pass surrounded by cliffs and sea, where the Persians could not use their massive numbers to crush the Greek lines. The Spartans understood that geography could become their greatest weapon. Shield to shield, spear to spear, they blocked the passage like a living wall of bronze and iron. As the sun rose over the battlefield, dust swirled, shields gleamed, and the Persian army advanced. What followed was not just war, it was a clash of worlds. Wave after wave of Persian soldiers tried to break through, only to be forced back by the ruthless discipline of the Spartan phalanx. Shields slammed, spears shattered, armor cracked, and the ground trembled beneath the screams of battle. Yet the Spartans stood unbroken, defying every expectation. For 2 relentless days, they held the line. Even the elite Persian immortals, fighters trained to be the best of the empire, failed to break the wall of Spartan steel. To the Persians, the Spartans seemed like spirits of war themselves, silent, relentless, fearless. But on the night before the 3rd day, fate took a darker turn. A Greek traitor revealed a hidden mountain path where the Persians could surround the Spartan army. Betrayal, not strength, cracked the defense. When news reached King Leonidas, he knew what it meant. Escape was possible, but it would leave Greece undefended. So he made a choice that echoed across time. Leonidas dismissed most of the Greek allies and remained with only the Spartan warriors who refused to abandon the battlefield. They chose glory over survival, honor over surrender. The final morning arrived like a funeral drumbeat. Surrounded on all sides, the Spartans fought not for victory, but for immortality. One by one they fell, bleeding, exhausted, yet unbroken in spirit. Their last breaths were taken on the same ground they swore to defend. And though their bodies fell, their courage did not. The sacrifice at Thermopylae ignited a flame across Greece. City-states that once argued, competed, and mistrusted one another, now united with one purpose: freedom. The Persians, despite all their power, failed to conquer Greece. The legend of Thermopylae became a rallying cry that shook the foundations of the ancient world. In the end, the Persians won the pass, but lost the war. The Spartans lost their lives, but gained eternity. Their stand proved that strength is not measured in numbers, but in will, discipline, and unbreakable resolve. The memory of the Spartans still echoes today, whispering through history. Sometimes, a few thousand can inspire millions. Sometimes, a small stand can change the fate of the world. And sometimes courage shines brightest in the face of certain death. The 10,000 Spartans of Thermopylae became symbols of sacrifice, loyalty, and the unshakable belief that freedom is worth fighting for, no matter the cost.